All right, you guys are going to like this kid. I've already fallen in love with this kid as a Chicago Bear. I hope he makes the 53-man roster as a special teamer. Swayze Bozeman, linebacker, who is an undrafted free agent last year out of Southern Miss and signed with the Chiefs, has worked his way onto the roster from the practice squad, and the Bears have signed him right after the Super Bowl. Yes, he has Super Bowl experience. He was in the Super Bowl. I know right off the bat, the first question you guys are going to ask is, hey, Adam, you told free agency doesn't start till March 10th. What's up with that? If you look there at the highlighted one, I use my little pointer here a little bit. If you look at the highlighted one here, the Chiefs, after the Super Bowl, re-signed several players to their reserve futures contract, basically practice squad players, and Swayze Bozeman did not re-sign with them. And I don't think it's because the Chiefs didn't want him. So here, Haley Lewis on February 12th is the best source I could find from this. Says this means these 11 players can't reach free agency or be signed by another team. The remaining names listed here are those who could now be free agents. Swayze Bozeman was on the practice squad. Even though he came up for the playoffs and played a significant role on the special teams in the playoffs, he was still a practice squad player, so his contract did not hold over. You can sign practice squad players from other teams to reserve future contracts, and that's what the Bears have done now. And you guys are going to like this kid. He married his college sweetheart, who actually she was an athlete herself. She was on Southern Miss's college soccer team. So she was on the soccer team, decent player there, and they got married right before they left college. And then he became an undrafted, well, a year before they left college. He became an undrafted free agent, signed with the Chiefs. And then you see down here below, as he's celebrating the AFC Championship, as they won the championship and went to the Super Bowl. That's him with his wife there. And then here's him with his grandma. All right, guys, how can you not fall in love with this dude? He's out there on the field celebrating with his grandmother after they won the AFC Championship. Love this kid. And here he is with his wife. Having a good time there at the AFC Championship. And if you go to their Instagram, you can see, looks like, I mean, you don't know everything, but looks like and appears to be a very wholesome couple. Not that religion matters to anything for anyone, but he is grounded in his faith. He's grounded in his relationship, and I think those things go a long ways for players when they're going places in life. So as you can see here next to this, on Valentine's Day, the Bears signed linebacker Swayze Bozeman. So he's on the reserve future. He will be a part of the team. And this is what our linebacker nickelback group looks like, basically the box. This is what the box looks like on defense. You see here we still have Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards under contract. Noah Sewell behind them has not played a significant role at all. In fact, he's significantly reduced his role and become insignificant. But Kyler Gordon's still on the team. I would expect Jack Sanborn and Josh Blackwell both to be matched in whatever happens there. Amen Ogbongbemiga can still come back, but he's an unrestricted free agent. He could sign somewhere else. Bringing Swayze Bozeman in, Carl Jones Jr. last year as our undrafted free agent. Swayze Bozeman brings experience from the AFC Championship game, from the Super Bowl. Those are valuable things. You might say, well, he only has 1 year, and he was an undrafted free agent, and he was on the practice squad, and he had to work his way up. Well, the fact that he worked his way up shows a lot for him and how far he's come. That experience is valuable. Super Bowl experience is valuable. Even if you weren't a leader or a captain, it is valuable coming over as a rebuilding team. So here's a complete look at his season. Down here below, this is his college stats. So he was not a difference maker. He was not a significant player in college. Sometimes these guys, they just got to make it, and I'll show a clip here in just a second of him in an interview from the Super Bowl where he said, I just wanted to make a roster. I just wanted to fight for myself. That's what you want. You have the dream. So he worked his way onto a roster. He fought his way on. His only stats is at linebacker. He got to play a couple snaps, 7 total reps for the Chiefs against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 17. And mixed result there, but a solid tackler, 3 tackles on that game. And here's his overall postseason and season snaps at special teams, where he really excelled in getting down on, both sides of the ball. So when they punted, getting down and tackling, and when they were on return, setting blocks and getting in front of guys for the returner, he did a really good job on both sides of that. Breaking down specifically week by week, just these are some of the news. Brendan Sugre and Zach Pearson breaking the news there. Several people did. But you see, he got called up in Week 14. So as Zach Pearson said, was on the Chiefs practice squad in 2024. And he did. He got signed May, I don't remember the exact date, right after the draft. So he was one of the first ones the Chiefs signed after the draft. And he was on the practice squad all year, worked his way onto the team on Week 14. They called him up, and he got special teams work, specifically 18 reps, 21 reps, 18 reps, and they could have easily called him back down because he wasn't in position a lot. I watched a bunch of I actually watched a bunch today, and he wasn't. But then as you get into the divisional round, the conference championship, and the Super Bowl, he looked really good in all three of those. Looked like he found his place and he understood his role. Did a good job. So here he is on Radio Row before the Super Bowl. I really like his answer here. Just seems like a humble kid to me.
Dreams of playing in the NFL, and that's so true. That was me. Ever since I could pick up a football, I wanted to play in the NFL. But not one time did I ever say, I want to play in the Super Bowl. And it's the fact that we're here. That was my whole thing when I was coming out of college was I just want a chance. I want someone to invite me to a camp. I want to just work out for someone, like whatever it is. Like I want my foot in the door. And if I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, and I can accept that. But I just want a chance, and the fact that I got a chance, and I stuck around, and next thing you know, we're in the Super Bowl. It's just been beyond words.
All right, so let's watch a little bit of all 22 on him. Some of these aren't significant. This is just the very first punt of the game. You'll see him on both sides on punt defensive coverage and then on punt coverage, lining up in the guard position, which is where he'll line up. A lot of you probably realize by now, but a lot of your linebackers and tight ends will be in on those coverages and even in some of those spots in the guard position or defensive end position, because they're some of the quickest hustlers, their size, tight end, linebacker, built for speed combined with hitting. They're just the right size and build to be able to be good tacklers. Your linebackers are typically some of your best tacklers on the team, so you'll see that here. So you'll see him. He'll be one of the ones that gets the farthest. Nobody's even close to blocking this punt, but then he'll hustle all the way back down. He'll be close to in on the play. He's got his punt returner. His returner will be trying to return the ball, so he'll be trying to come back down and make a block for his guy. I think he does a decent job here, but this is kind of an insignificant one. I'll get to the tackle he makes here at the end right before the half. But here's play number 1. This is him back here, coming down the field now. That's him there. Tries to contain his guy, seal him off, but they're way out of the play. So here's play number 2 as the Chiefs are now punting the ball, so he'll go down and try to tackle that. As I said, he's lined up here in the guard position because, these linebackers, tight ends, they can hustle down there. So here he is here. We'll get this one playing. Start right off the bat here. There he is. You'll see him contain, take his block, and then he'll come out here, and then he'll get back into the play. The play is going to go this way, so he's kind of out of it, but he comes back into it, looking to cover. And no play on this one, so nothing significant there. Just kind of showing his hustle on some of those. This one's a little bit more significant, not his best play. He had a good grade overall in the Super Bowl, but he's the 4th one down here. You'll see him on punt or kick return coverage, so he's going to come down. He's going to try to make a block. He will take his guy, and he'll push him out of the way. The returner will come up here right by him. He'll push his guy out of the way, and his returner will get another 4 or 5 yards. His block is a good one. It's not that's an incredible block, but it was a good one. Pushed his guy out of the way and pancaked him. So we'll go ahead and show this one here. You can see him. There he is. And push him out of the way right there. Pancake, and he's out of the way. We'll show this one more time. Get it in position. He's right there. I'll move my pointer out of the way just so you guys can see better as it happens. But that's him there. And pushes him out of the way. Another angle on the exact same play. Does a good job here. So this is him. The kick has just happened. So you can see they're just starting the play. They're blocking their guys. And here he goes right there and pushes him out of the way. There goes the runner go right there. So, and then here's his most significant play. That's him lined up right there in the guard position again. The long snapper's about to snap the ball. This is right before halftime. Now he had a couple on the game. Sorry, I had to zoom that out just a little bit. He had a couple tackles on this game. So here he is, and you'll see here, snap goes, contains his guy, and then you'll see him hustle down here. Hustle down. That's him. Shed his guy right here and make the tackle. Sorry, my pointer's right in the way there, so let's reverse this one. Now I got my pointer out of the way for you guys. Let me get out of the way. So there he is. You can see him coming right down the middle. He's going to have the blocker come up on him, shed him out of the way, and the tackle. Give that one other angle here. All right, so here's the other angle from the all-22. There he is right there. The snap's done. He's going to head down the field. He's there. Shed his guy. Boom. And tackle. And it's done. All right. One more time without my pointer in the way. So here he is now. Just so you see where he's at. Make that. Ooh, there he is. We'll take this off screen. And we'll go ahead and let this one play through. And you can see him. Decent block here. Contains and then breaks off. Use my speed. Get down there. And sheds and makes the tackle. Well, that's it for Swayze Bozeman, linebacker, special teamer with Super Bowl experience, conference championship for the AFC conference championship. I'm excited about this kid. Is it a blow your socks off move? No, we're not to free agency yet. We haven't signed our free agents that are blow your socks off guys. But this is a very quality guy to bring into the 90-man roster, bring in to compete, and I think he's got a fair shot to make the 53-man roster as that Mr. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, one of those guys right there at the end that could be a special teams contributor with the way he came along at the end of the year, came up week 14, played decently, a little struggle there as he got in there, but he's got into the playoffs. He got that playoff experience, and he played very well. He learned his contains, learned his blocks, hustled, got down there, made a couple tackles. That's good experience for one of these young guys. I like this signing a lot, so I'm all down with it. Let me know what you guys think, though. We'll put a little fire around him because this is a fire signing to me. I think this is a very quality signing right after the Super Bowl for one of our reserve future contracts. Good signing to me. So till next time, thanks for tuning in late. The Bears and bear down.